Hello everyone, welcome to my channel once again. My name is Onyinye Ude, and if today is your first time of watching, then you are welcome. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for supporting me, for the comments. Thank you so much for subscribing. May the good Lord bless you all. So on today's video, as you can see, we have tomatoes here. We are going to cook a special stew today, what I call a local stew. So when I was growing up, I was very picky. But then I decided to find a way to be eating, okay, to stay alive. I have to find a way. I did not dwell on being picky. I have to find a way. So that is how I picked this recipe and started cooking it. So I call it local stew. We are going to be using red oil. Yes, we are going to be using red oil, but we are not going to fry it. Everything we are going to cook today, there will be no frying of red oil. There is no vegetable oil, just red oil. But I'm not going to fry it. We are going to cook it almost like a cooking soup. Okay, no frying. But by the time I cook the red oil, it will be even hard for you to recognize that I used red oil. So these are the ingredients for that local stew. I have goat meat here, seasoning, bouillon and salt. I have our fresh habanero pepper, crayfish, locust bean, ogili. We have dry catfish, onions, our tomatoes. This tomato, most of the time I cut it. Then our vegetable, and if you are in Nigeria, I want you to use green vegetable or ugu instead. Okay, here I'm using spinach and collard green. Okay, so that is it. And we have our red oil. We have our red oil here. Look at our red oil. I'm going to use it. That is what I'm going to use. Okay, so stay tuned. So now I'm going to season the goat meat. Then I will let it cook for a while. You know, goat meat is very hard to cook. The skin is hard, so I'm going to add water and start cooking for a while I prepare the other ingredients. Going to stir it. Then we will cover it and let it cook, okay, for a while. Then we will add the other ingredients. I'm going to cut the tomatoes in chunks to help it blend very well, to help the blender. We are going to crush it, as I said. So our meat has been cooking for a while now. It's time to add the other ingredients. Remember, this is goat meat, so I have to add water to cook it. If I am cooking a softer meat like beef, I will add a little water. So it's been cooking for a while. It's still tough. Okay, now I'm going to add the other ingredients. Tomato blend with fresh pepper, onions, ogili. Then we are going to stir it. This is a delicious stew recipe. It's not all the time that you'll be eating fried vegetable tomato stew. Try this recipe and thank me later. When I started cooking it, my twin brother has to join me because it's very, very unique and delicious. I'm adding the crayfish. Okay. Now I've added the crayfish, our dried fish. Everything goes in now except the vegetable, because we are going to cook this fresh. We are going to cook this red oil. That by the time we are done cooking it, it will look like it. I'm adding the red oil, as you can see. It will look, by the time we finish cooking this red oil, it will look like a bleached red oil, but it is not bleached. It's just cooked. I cooked and cooked. So look at our stew. It's already looking delicious. And again, if you are back home or wherever you can get nchang for that herb, then use it. Use nchang. Okay. Look at our beautiful stew. Beautiful. So we are going to check the stew. Hey, our local fresh tomato stew with spread oil. Okay, we are checking on it. As you can see, it's cooking down. It's beginning to thicken up. We are going to let it thicken up, okay, before we will add our vegetable. And I'm also checking the goat meat because I don't want the skin to be too soft. Okay, so that is it. Look at it. It's delicious, unique. Sometimes you try it for a change. So I'm going to let it cook more. Then by the time I will come back again, we will add the vegetable. So I'm going to add some salt again because I've tasted it. We need some salt. You taste your seasoning. You taste and you add. So I've added some salt. Then I will cover it. Now look at our local red oil stew, not bleached. It's so delicious that my family has to join me. Before, we don't make this kind of stew in my house, but I decided to make it, start eating it, to enjoy rice and also stay healthy, because you have to eat. Even if you are picky, you have to find a way to make yourself happy, find a way to make something that you like. So that is what I did. So as you can see, the tomato has thickened. It's time for our vegetable. I have spinach and collard green. Both pairs well with each other. Okay. I'm putting everything together at the same time. Delicious for your rice, for yam. So I'm going to cover this pot right now and let our vegetable cook properly. Okay? Okay, my son. Look at our stew. Look at our stew. Our beautiful red oil locust stew. Look at it. The vegetables are properly cooked. As you can see, we don't want it overcooked because it's going to continue cooking even when we stop cooking it, when we're off the stove. Look at our beautiful stew. Wouldn't you like to try something? Wouldn't you like to try something like this? Try it and thank me later. Now I'm going to off the stove. Then we plate our food. So we are coming to the end of our video. This is what we made today. This is locust stew, fresh tomato with red oil, locust stew, local vegetable stew. Okay, you can see how beautiful it looks. Everything is perfect. Everything that we wanted. Please share this video.